Broad jumps are a great way to challenge hip strength and explosiveness. We're also going to be using resistance and assistance techniques with the reactive stretch cord to add a little bit more muscle stimulation as we power through resistance, as well as control our body and get quick turnover with assistance back to the original cone. When setting up this drill, notice you're going to be using 4 cones. This is important. We don't need 6 to 10 cones, really challenging ourselves and overdoing it. The key is to find the right amount of distance that we can work with to be explosive from each and every jump with proper positioning. We want to challenge our distances so that each individual jump has a goal and intensity to get to each cone. To set up the reactive stretch cord, you're going to use your adjustable belt and your 360 D-ring pulled to the back. Anchors are going to be utilizing the anchor strap and be ready to be mobile because remember, the reactive stretch cord stretches out to be about 20 feet, so we've got to work within that range. As we begin, we're going to have a little bit of tension on the cord, but then we're going to be walking with the athlete trying to maintain a consistent level of resistance for the beginning of each jump. You're going to find a tendency with the reactive stretch cord to always be trying to train in max resistance. Continually adding too much resistance and changing the way your body moves are only going to hurt you on the field. So stay within that range to where you can explosively jump forward and the band doesn't pull you towards your heels. You need to be landing towards the balls of your feet so that we can explosively get out and move again, getting to that next cone. As I said, we're going to be moving through resistance and assistance, but you want to stick to all resisted sets first. You're going to be moving through 4 to 6 resisted sets, swinging the anchor or starting back at the cone that you're at. Next, we're going to be moving all into assisted jumps. This is a great way for you to learn to turn over your body and control yourself. So it's important here with assistance, we challenge those types of things, getting a little extra pull, making it easier for us to turn our hands over, drive through with our hips, but maintaining balance. Remember, anytime that we receive resistance, it's a lot easier for us to maintain a proper technique. But assistance is pulling us in a different direction. So it requires core strength for us to maintain stability and stay within our bodies as we move through the power jumps. Again, here with the assisted sets, we're going to be moving through 4 to 6 sets. Be conscious of that heel landing. We want to be landing on the balls of our feet. So don't get over ambitious, jump too far, and overstride the jump. This is a great setup to have as a station during your team practices or even individual use to work on our stride turnover coming out from the lay down position. We're going to use some speed and agility cones to help with our spacing and to help motivate our athletes to sprint through a specific distance. We're going to begin this drill in the face down position. You can either use it with a glove or without a glove, just depends on what you're really focusing on. The reactive stretch cord is going to help with our stride turnover and help athletes really focus on how they're going to explosively get up and take off and accelerate. Now, anchors, the key is that we're not going to add any resistance until the athlete triggers the beginning of the sprint. So there'll be little to no tension on the reactive stretch cord whatsoever, and as they get up and they start moving forward, you quickly have to add the resistance to accelerate their body through the dig phase. It's important that you work with your hands out in front of your body so that you can add the resistance, pull them, and then let them go and toss the strap as they accelerate through those cones. We're not trying to run through assistance and then catch resistance at the end. It's simply working on stride turnover and getting out of that get up position and moving through to that 10, 15 yard mark. As you get up, we cannot let our legs go back for the drive. What I mean by that is you're going to get up and you're going to have a powerful leg in front, but if you use that rear leg as your driving force, you've lost a step. So it's important that you get up with your weight shifted forward already and use your arm to accelerate you forward. You've got the weight shifted already, so all you need is an equal and opposite reaction to accelerate you forward. So explode forward with that opposite hand and it'll help drive your weight forward, and then we can take off and sprint. Keep your head down and dig and utilize that assistance, turning over quickly, running on the balls of your feet. With this drill, you're going to complete about 6 to 8 assisted reps before doing any other sprint work to help with that stride turnover and the quickness of your get up and go phase. The reactive stretch cord is a dynamic tool utilized to add assistance or resistance to your sprint training. So focus as you work through the acceleration phase, getting off the ground. This is a great conditioning drill that you can pair with many other drills. first portion of this drill, we're just gonna get our footwork together and we're gonna work with several sprint outs. Grab your adjustable belt, place it around your waist, and pull that D-ring off to the side so that we get the right amount of resistance. Start a nice balanced position, and then the anchors are gonna have to work to get the correct timing on the pulls. The anchor is then gonna take off, extending the reactive stretch cord and helping give you the assistance you need for the sprint. Remember, the reactive stretch cord only stretches 20 feet, so this is a great distance for us to utilize some overspeed training techniques and then release the anchor strap as the athlete runs by. The next portion of this drill is we're gonna lay down flat on our chest and pull that D-ring off to the side so that, again, when we open up that hip, we can just accelerate and not worry about getting tangled up. As you get up, it's important that you really utilize your arms and drive through, letting the resistance help you. It's important that we never lay back and let the assistance kind of drag us. We have to be very explosive and attack the sprint. Complete 6 to 8 repetitions of both the lead-off sprints and the dive-back sprints for a great workout with the reactive stretch cord. We're going to be challenging both core stability and explosive power driving with your hip. To set this drill up, grab your reactive stretch cord and place one of the partners about 8 to 15 feet away with the reactive stretch cord belt strapped on tightly. Take that 360 D-ring up to the middle of your body, make sure the clip is nice and snug, and then we're going to stretch out to get ready for the workout. The active athlete is going to be using the anchor strap on the other end, pulling the strap all the way tight around their wrist and then grabbing that strap. Your other arm and leg will be the one nearest to the anchor. Now we're going to begin in a nice athletic stance, and we're going to be turning our hips and exploding out with a powerful punch. The hand should be positioned on the reactive stretch cord just outside shoulder width. So we don't want to be real wide and get long with our rotations. We're going to stay nice and tight, keep tension on the anchor strap, and then explode through with our back arm. Now remember, your hips will not stay straight. It's not a trunk turn. We're going to be utilizing our hips to develop the momentum for our upper body. So blow through with your hips, squish the bug, and then explode with your upper body. Active rounds should be about 15 to 20 seconds. You're going to complete both from the right and the left power punch position, and then you're going to take an extended break of about 45 seconds to a minute and a half before getting into your next set. To set up the RSC sliding planks, we're going to need a partner or a solid anchor that we can work with. Remember, the reactive stretch cord stretches about 20 feet, so we're going to be working within that distance. Athletes need to place their adjustable belt around their waist and pull that 360 D-ring off to the side. Now we're going to get down in a nice plank position, and we're going to walk out into resistance, trying to maintain a level body. The key is to not let your feet lead or your hands lead. This is going to really help us challenge our core strength and hip flexors to drive out into the resistance. As you get about 4 to 5 slides across, you're now going to move back without taking any break in between. Now, stabilization is key here because you're going to be getting that assistance that's going to bring you back much quicker, but it's important that we maintain control and slowly walk our bodies in. Again, I can't stress this enough, your feet or your hands are going to want to lead in this drill. Don't let that happen. Keep them going at the same pace across it until you get back those 4 or 5 slides and take your break. Completing about 4 to 6 of these resisted sets before moving on is going to be a great way for you to really stimulate your core and build some strength. If you need your very own reactive stretch cord or more core strengthening drills, head to kbandstraining.com. We've got all kinds of training equipment that can get you results fast.